All right, testing 1, 2, 3. What's going on, fellow rogues? It's Massmere here, and I know that's one like last thing right there for the intro screen I do need to fix, which is like the little part at the end as far as the music just like cutting off where it is instead like doing the fade out. But for those who've been like watching previous streams, I've been like trying to work at getting like this whole intro screen like where I want it to be, like the whole like starting student thing. But I'll get it like next time. By the time I do my next stream like tomorrow. But anyways, with that being said. Well, yeah, it's getting there. Just a little more I got to work with. But anyways, welcome in for episode 2 for Scale to Depths Rogues. Really excited to get into more of this, considering the factor that I played it last night. Had so much fun with this game. Made me think a lot like Dave the Diver, and in some degrees Dredge. Because like it has like the whole like what I've called like the I can't remember the exact. So pretty much the whole catch, collect. So basically cast. Trying to remember exactly how I say it. Cast, collect, cash, I don't forget how I actually say the thing. There's this whole like little thing I've called it in regards like games like this, where it's like it's the basically you go in, do fishing, like you fish, and then like cash in like your catches, and then proceed like to level up or like upgrade, and then like build so you can continue to progress through the game more. Like with Dredge, it was about like upgrading your ship to be able to go out further and everything. Dave the Diver was about being able to get better equipment to dive deeper down. And this one, it's just like for the sake of being able to both, prep the fish easier for like your customers, as well as also just be able to hold more fish and go down further and like damage like fish more with like the line to be able to reel them in. Because like I said, it has like a similar feel to Dave the Diver. It's just that instead of you going down there yourself, you just use a line to do so. But yeah, cast, catch, cash, and cash, collect. I literally, had like had what I called it on like my previous stream for this or wherever on YouTube, like in the description. I had like this whole fancy thing I was calling it in regards like how like the whole like loop works, where you level up and everything. I gotta look it up. Now that's gonna be bugging me if I don't remember like exactly how I worded it. Because I'm probably, I want to say maybe I coined the whole concept, I coined like the whole little thing, but as I called it, I'm actually gonna like consult like this here. Cast, collect, cash, continue. Yeah, it was a continue that was catching me. Cast, collect, cash, continue. So yeah, I kind of like the ring of it, but it's just like that's the way these games usually work. It seems like there's been like a growing number of them, like these little fishing games. And even like I would say Gone Fishing, you know, like this that one multiplayer horror game that me and my friends have played, that even kind of falls in the line a little bit. And that's more like a Lethal Company style thing, in regards to like just staying alive by, you know, meeting quota. But you obviously have to catch the fish to be able to upgrade your lines to be able to, like, you know, to catch bigger fish. So definitely kind of like a little bit of a thing there, just more of a horror vibe. But yeah, you guys get it. You know, Dredge, this, and also Dave the Diver, catching fish, you know, and then like, you know, being able to use the, like the proceeds from them. Like Dave the Diver, a lot of it was like also running the sushi restaurant. But this one, similar thing where you're just like, but you're just like simply descaling and taking parasites and barnacles off the fish to, you know, give to like your customers. But it definitely does have like some Metroidvania aspects to it. That's one of the things about these games. They do definitely have like some Metroidvania vibes in regards to the whole progression system. But last stream, since I've been like repeating myself on the whole, you know, explaining the loop multiple times, like looping on explaining the loop. The previous episode, we start off in Loch Ness. It seems like each of these things are like, each of these are about like going to very remote locations in the real world. Because Loch Ness is obviously a very mysterious place, because that's where like a lot of people, like, you know, supposedly cited Nessie. So it seems like there's like a lot of stuff based around cryptids in this game. So again, there was Loch Ness, there was mythological creatures that we fed there, and also we even fed Nessie, Nessie herself. And I'm not too familiar with like the place we're going to tonight, but it is a place in Mexico. I did look into do some I did some like research on Point Nemo, which we're supposed to be going like into I think in the 4th area, and apparently that is a very remote part of the planet, like out in the Pacific Ocean, that's very dangerous to actually go to. Like you have to, like, you know, have like a lot of prep time to get there. So yeah, Point Nemo is like a very remote, very dangerous to go to location in the Pacific Ocean. That so I feel like that's basically what they're really trying to play on here. That, you know, we're this little robot, we're this little character going these different spots that, by all accounts, are probably like in the real world would probably be like, you know, a good place for cryptids to be found. That's at least what I've kind of like, you know, got the vibe of, like these locations that probably like really heavy in local folklore and just like a bunch of myths and everything, like, you know, surrounding them. So yeah, that's actually what I looked up on. That was actually a pretty interesting fact that pretty much astronauts, like, you know, orbiting over in space, like, you know, about 270 miles above the Earth, are closer to Point Nemo than a lot of people who actually do go to it. Because I think I believe it's I think like one of the closest continents I believe it's close to is Antarctica, if I remember correctly. And there was like, I think like one person who was like, I think a few years ago was the first person to actually go there and even just swim in its waters and everything. Like the first person documented to do so. So it's gonna be interested to go there. I guess like one reason why, you know, we're able to kind of get away with some of this, or Point Nemo kind of like is more believable in this game, is because we're playing as a robot who doesn't really have to sustain himself. But still, I've heard that I think like the waters are very dangerous, like the waters are pretty violent. So if, like, you know, you don't die of starvation or water, or like your dehydration from being ill prepared to go there in regards like sustenance, the waters may get you. But either way, we're gonna go and get this game underway, guys. I'm really excited to play more of it. I guess, like, you know, live, like my pacing, like with me doing my little intros here, and as well is me trying to get used to the fact that my Twitch ads now play before the stream starts to fit properly. So I have like all this time right here where I don't have to really rush myself like I was doing before. So I can go ahead and talk to you guys for a bit before we get to the game, instead of like only having like, you know, a few minutes and then like, you know, doing the opening ad break and then going from there. So yeah, I guess I've kind of got a little more comfortable and like in a lot of like the leeway and the free time I have like at the start of my streams now compared to when I was doing the opening ad breaks, trying to get those out of the way. So just to give you guys like the hour of like, you know, free viewing and everything. So yeah, again, like, you know, Point Nemo, that's the main place I'm really excited to go to. Then now this is the problem with me like moving like the my webcam around, trying to make it easier for you guys to see stuff. God. But yeah, I'll turn it off for just a second. So Point Nemo, that's where we may be going there. I think I will assume last probably, but then but we're going tonight because we went to Loch Ness, found all the customers, all the treasures, and tonight we're going to Huatulco, however you say it, in Oaxaca, Mexico. I'm having a hard time pronouncing those names. And after that, it will be like North Carolina for the Outer Banks. I like how it actually shows the actual coordinates too. So yeah, I hate that my I tried to move my webcam around. And I ended up I moved my webcam around, and now I'm still having problems here. Like I said, I would like to do a picture-in-picture thing, but what I've like really looked up is a lot of people do prefer like to have like the they don't really like that, prefer the like the overlays. So I kind of like just stuck with this and just keep the overlays for my retro streams. But either way, we're gonna be going to because we checked it out tonight, like last night, and it looks pretty interesting. I was digging the music when we went here. And I always botch how I'm saying their names, like as Axolotl or however you say it. But either way, that's gonna be our first customer. The question is, do we have to like upgrade everything? I wonder if yeah, so we pretty much have to start fresh on our upgrades again. Well, okay, never mind. I stand corrected. So the wood rod, we start off with like a level 3 for it. So some of the stuff actually does stick. It's just we have to like, yeah, it says local gear. Just wait, did I ever actually? I thought I maxed. I'm pretty sure I maxed out my rod on the last one. But either way, thing is, I don't think I actually do. I have any money? I don't think I do. Yeah, I ain't got no money. I'm still curious about like what these like these this cloth I keep getting is. All right, so at least they kind of give us like something to start off with as far as like inventory. Like our inventory stays upgrade, which is great. All right. Okay, this music changes like such a vibe. Is that a parrotfish? Or a Cortez rainbow wrasse? I don't know why I call it a parrotfish, knowing damn well that's not what it was. I'm not gonna lie, for some reason it's basically thinking like something like I keep on thinking of like I know obviously it's not like I think it was like more like Swiss music or whatever, I can't remember, but The Price is Right, the one mini game, like or the one game where like they had like the mountain climber going up the thing, and they had like make sure they didn't make him fall off the mountain at the top. For some reason it gives like vibes like that when I go down here. I don't know why it made me think of that, because it's like it's two completely different like countries and like all that, but all right, Pandemic Sergeant Major. Well, it wasn't Pandemic Sergeant Minor or Captain or I don't know. What's wrong with that? I'm just wondering what the legendary is going to be here. All right, let's see if we can fix. All right, let's go ahead and like start prepping. Okay. I wonder if there's going to be like anything new they're going to introduce as far as like mechanics behind these. Because last time we got barnacles and parasites and everything, so. Some damselfish are known to chase their way divers that approach their territory. Well, good thing I'm not diving down there. Some species of race that have thick lips and strong jaws used for crushing hard-shelled animals. Anchovies. Anchovies are found worldwide in oceans and coastal waters, including brackish environments. So don't at me on this, Rogues. I actually have like want to try anchovies on pizza before. I've never done it. Just like to say I did. I know it's definitely like one of like the lesser love pizza toppings, but or what's your preference there? Have you ever lost a tail? I never had one to lose. Small fishies are the best. So you want anchovies? Got it. All right, so his favorite's anchovies. See, he's got good taste. All right, white-nosed coati or coati. I'm gonna look up the lore. I'm gonna try to like make sure I keep up with the lore on these things now. Wait, do I have a new hat? I'm gonna keep like the fisherman, but yeah. Oh God. I'll just keep it like this. I love how we can actually dress the little guy. All right, so let's look at the customer. I like how they do like make it where like it's all organized, so not all in one, all over the place like that. All right, The axolotl is a unique species of salamander native to the lakes and wetlands of the Mexican highlands. Unlike most amphibians, it does not undergo metamorphosis into a land-dwelling adult. Instead, axolotls remain fully aquatic throughout their lives. One of the axolotl's most remarkable abilities is power regeneration. They can regrow lost limbs, gills, and even parts of vital organs such as the eyes, heart, and brain, rebuilding damaged tissue without forming scars. See, I didn't know all that now. And I'm supposed to be like, someone who like, I love animals and everything. Here's I'm like finding out more stuff every day. I mean, I knew they could regenerate, but I didn't know they could actually regenerate like their, parts, like their eyes, heart, and even their brain, Because I wonder if there's some kind of horror movie they end up doing or some kind of thing where they try to, like, use axolotl, like, DNA to, like, base pretty much, try to cure Alzheimer's or whatever, and then it goes wrong. They end up creating, like, some kind of fish monster or something, or some kind of, salamander monster. Surprised I haven't seen a horror movie about that yet at this point. But that is, like, really fascinating. I mean, let's be real. Like, we've had, like, freaking horror movies about a freaking sofa, okay? Or a chair. And, like, and don't even get me started on, like, the masterpiece known as Clownado. For anyone who hasn't seen it, please watch it. It was absolutely terrible in such a beautiful way. Or Poultry Guys, things like that. There's, like, so many bad horror movies out there. I don't think, like, them doing a horror movie about using axolotl, a DNA to try to cure Alzheimer's or something, ends up going horribly wrong or something. I just kind of feel like, me being a horror movie nut, like, it's like a sucker for bad plots, that would be like a great one. But even though realistically, if that was possible in the real world, that actually would be, absolutely amazing if they could, figure out, like, the regenerative properties of axolotls and use that to cure, like, brain diseases. That would be pretty interesting. Right, the name axolotl comes from the Nahuatl. All these things I'm having a hard time pronouncing. Language of the Aztec people, and is often linked to the god Zolotl. I like how it's basically almost like y'all just put like an A in front of his name. So I just keep pronouncing the same, axolotl or whatever. A figure associated with transformation in the twin brother, the feather serpent deity. See, y'all ain't got me on this one. Quetzalcoatl. See, that's one I know. See, y'all thought you were gonna try to get me on that one, Des, but I was on to you that time. I just thought about it. I wonder if it's possible we might actually encounter Quetzalcoatl here. Because Quetzalcoatl, I think, was a serpent, if I'm correct. Oh, so, Exolot, or Oxalot. Whatever. Well, I know that's supposed to be pronounced Quetzalcoatl, so... So the L, unless it's Quetzalcoatl. I don't know. I mean, I'm not, like, one of the locals, and as far as, like, I'm not... Yeah, apologies if I'm, like, I definitely don't want to offend anyone, like, who has, like, this, their native language, where I really do apologize, Rogues. It's just, obviously, I'm not, like, linguist or anything, so... I sometimes try to do the best I can, like, I'm, like, I'm, American. We'll say, as far as, like, ancestry is concerned, I remember correctly, I think I've actually, I do, like, have some degree of Scottish blood to me, and I think, like, I want to say I think, like, I have, like, some Indian bloodlines as well, but I haven't really dived into my ancestry in, like, a while. I'm going by, like, what people in my family have told me. But yeah, according to legend, Axolotl, or Axolot, once transformed himself into an Axolotl to hide from danger. I really just don't want to, say that name ever again. And we did get, hang on, we also did get, like, a message in a bottle, didn't we? We were close to it. But I'm pretty sure I know what that was. I know that's got to be a chupacabra. Alright, so what you got going on? What you want? Prove my fish is easy to catch and easier to eat. So I wonder if he just means he wants, like, ones that are, like, up top. So that was really simple. I got his fish on the first go. So yeah, he likes Panamic Sergeant Major, and this one likes anchovies. Let's see what this one is. The white-nosed coati, sometimes called Antoon, in parts of Mexico. It's a member of the raccoon family found around Mexico, Central America, and parts of South America. Curious animals are easily recognized by their long ring tails and flexible snouts used to search for insects, fruit, and small animals along the forest floor. So it's basically like, like an animal, like, decide if it want to be like a anteater or a raccoon. So just like, why not both? All right, magnificent frigate bird. I have a few friends that far too many enemies. I know those feels. Got any fancy looking fish on you? I got an eye for treasure. I'm gonna laugh because this one's okay. I didn't like that one. All right, so I was thinking it would actually probably maybe like the rainbow one because it was colorful. Let me see what else I can find for you. I'd like to try to figure out like what food, which one it likes. All right, dive time and speed. We're gonna go and upgrade that. Toy rod. All right, that's all I can get for right now, but that'll help. All right, let me see what else I can find for him. He said like fish, like he had an eye for treasure. And it didn't really change much here. At least I can kind of get some more. We're back down again. Gonna keep it going. Okay, I guess because he'll be back. That's the thing. They always come back, so I can have a chance to like work at it later. I'll go and just give him what I got. You're not gonna like the anchovy, are you? All right. I'm gonna let you stay caught up on their lore here. Magnificent frigate bird is a seabird found across tropical and subtropical oceans. Frigate birds are easily recognized by their long, deeply forked tails, hooked bills, and narrow wings built for soaring. Males are known for their bright red throat pouch, which they inflate during the breeding season to attract mates. Frigate birds are remarkable flyers that spend much of their lives in the air, soaring on ocean winds and traveling great distances across open water with wingspans reaching over 2 meters. The magnificent frigate bird is the largest member of his group and can reach speeds of around 150 kilometers per hour. Interesting. All right, this one like the Navy one, right? Or not the major. So one of these. We know that usually be a wait. No, that was a Cortez sea chub. That would look sea chub. That looked like the other one I was trying to catch for him. Yeah, once I get this thing upgraded, it'll be it'll get easier. It's just God knows this thing can be a bitch to steer at times. Now, I told him once I had that fish. Right, try again. At least the fish don't regenerate. I mean, the bosses do, but I'm gonna hear this in my sleep tonight, I swear. God knows, I mean, it's the whole trying to get this thing to turn. Definitely want to check the right soon as well. Yeah, that's the only thing that really does frustrate me about this game or whatever. It's the only thing is just sometimes, like when you first get here, that turning is like. But I also understand it's probably like part of the loop or whatever. But yeah, at least I got that one. Did I at least get the fish he wanted? 'Cause I don't. Okay, we got a pandemic sergeant major. Normally, like I probably already had the thing and didn't realize it. But I mean, that's the thing. I'm not trying to like be too upset about it. Of course, I understand that's like part of the loop. Yeah, that's part of like the whole thing. We don't want it to be too easy starting off. I mean, I'm gonna get like the thing upgraded. So I'm like wanting to go and get like obviously if I get them what they want, that means I get tips. That means like I can like upgrade a little bit quicker. God doesn't want to need. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I definitely can't wait to get this knife upgraded, but I don't want to do that first because I want to lock myself out on anything with like having like a knife. I mean, sure, I can easily like, it made like progression a little bit. But I want to make sure I can go down further quicker. Because, bigger fish means like, I can upgrade the knife, afterwards. All right. You, my friend, are going to get the fish you like. There you go. Okay, now see, what is your deal? Like, I'm trying to figure out what you want. Try giving it the chub? He does not like it. What about this one? What was your preference again? That thing looks golden. I was hoping that would have been it, but... Okay, we know you like anchovies, so you're not gonna be a problem to please. Except when the damn thing's running away and I can't... Come back! I know what the problem is. I need to turn the repellent off. I really need the repellent... That's the issue. I'm over here talking about like how it's hard to catch the fish. I got the repellent on. Okay, that should make it easier. Yeah, the fish are running from me. There we go. Time is still a bitch, but... Right now, I mean, I'm just catching a few anchovies. Except, I'll be so glad when I make the worst thing can turn easier again. Alright, Alright. Wait, that was... Wait, hold on. They're actually giving me different lore entries about them. I just noticed that down there. Usually live only a few years. Move between deeper and shallower water each day while feeding. I kind of like it. Now I'm noticing that I'm kind of liking how the devs did that. They give you like something to read down there while you're doing this. They move between deeper and shallower water each day while feeding. I'm gonna check something, because that's what I think it was. Okay, never mind. I haven't really been bothered with like reading on the fish too much outside the customers, but... Alright, I got you, bud. Okay. Smells something good right about here. Alright, the pelican. Ain't one for the gaudier fish. Kind of bring down my appetite. Well, have a... No, that's for, So, we know he's not gonna want... he definitely ain't gonna want no anchovy. Alright, let's do something about that turning speed. There we go. That'll make things a little bit easier. So it makes you... Oh, here we go. It's already much better. And now that I'm down there for like longer, I realize I got a whole choir behind the music. I'm hoping he's gonna like the rainbow fish. You said gaudier ones. I mean, this thing looks... These fish are beautiful, so... I'll probably upgrade my knife next. Okay, please tell me you like rainbow fish. Right. You do not. He's not gonna like this. Huh? Okay, we're... Just to test it. No, well, he likes anchovies. I usually get more for... Oh, he's got, like, those last couple points. I'll be right back. So what is he... I wonder if he likes this kind of fish. He said, like, because there's nothing gaudy about it. I mean, it looks like it's made of gold. There's more anchovies for the axe. Okay, yeah. I keep liking how I'm seeing like different colors for the fish too. I don't know if that really means much. There was like some green ones I saw also. They grow up to about... Again, this thing, it's not gaudy looking. But he might be just saying ugly, but... We're gonna find out, because I'm gonna try giving him one. It's good at least like know which ones they don't like, so I know which ones to avoid. Alright, let's see what you like. We'll try this one. All right. Did we ever? We don't think we figured this one's out yet. He doesn't like the Cortez sea chub, so at least we know he'll like every other fish. I don't know if he'll like the major. Okay, so we haven't actually found his yet. Okay, looking at this one more time. We ain't found anything of any indication for him. For the pelican. Alright. Before anything else, let me go ahead and upgrade my knife. I actually got a fillet knife now. That's all I really wanted. That's all I could do at the moment, but that'll make it lead. Alright. Let's go straight down. Also, I did want to get like this, that's the only problem. I keep on getting caught on things. So I still don't really have like a whole lot I can do right just yet. I'm still like kind of like, you know, stuck topside for the most part. Let me just get this bottle. Okay, that should have counted. Got it anyway. Alright, I'll read that in just a sec. Let me go and try to get... Like I said, I want to go over this way and see what there was. See, that's the only problem also, like I said, like for some reason, like the game will click out of... I end up accidentally clicking out of, like, you know, the window right there. Hang on, that... What's that? What's that one? That was interesting. Hold on. It's probably not gonna let me go down too far because of the depth. Got another... Okay, we got ourselves another, I said that's the only thing I wish, like, could be fixed. For some reason, I can't lock, you know, this inside of the window. It keeps on, like, you know, wanting to go outside of the, screen. You know, let me try this. I don't know how I feel about that. Hold on. I think the controls are inverted. Hell, that might be since it's been a problem with me too. I see like what works here. That's weird because I was like doing that and I was still walking around up here, so that was strange. All right, let me try. I'm just trying to like see if I can find like something that works a little bit better here. I'm trying to like, you know, test the... I'm probably just gonna go back to what I was doing here. Like I said, definitely is like a little bit tricky, like steering at times. Okay, at least I'm doing this one pass now with this one, so... So just this one, like, knife upgrade, like, is working really well compared to everything else. Okay, we know, like, he doesn't really seem like he has much of a preference. But it looks like we're gonna have, like, a new one coming up next, so... Let's give him whatever. We'll figure out, like, what he wants, like, once we can actually go down and get whatever fish. So what's... Adatolan. Fascinating. I have not witnessed one like you in quite some time. Okay, you are gorgeous. I would love to witness the most uniquely shaped life form you can find. That's, let's see what you don't like first. Okay, so those don't, any negative boxes. I'm just like pretty much just feeding it whatever, just going to get it out of the way. And kind of like, you know, get an idea on it. We only got 3 more to find. This next one will be the Chupacabra. Alright, the Atatolan is a creature from Nahuatl tradition. Sometimes called a water turkey. It is described as a strange and powerful being associated with wetlands and waterfowl. Known as the Bird King, the Atatolan is said to be the ruler of the water birds. According to tradition, when the other birds gather, the Atatolan comes with them as their leader. It's associated with lakes, marshes, and reed-filled waters, and appears in Nahuatl stories as a powerful creature. Alright, and you like... What was it again? Can't remember if I found yours. I think you... Yeah, the Sergeant. I think I got, alright, that was one of the first ones I got for us. So I think I got his right here. Here it is. That was in like, you know, the whole, like, you know, even compared to like, you know, because the last one, last stage or whatever, it was taking me a while to, kind of get through some of these, but I came in here like and started like, you know, cutting them up pretty quickly. But I also might just been kind of like after I got like more of an understanding of how like the prep worked. All right, there you go. Okay, anchovies. I still gotta figure you out. You like a chub? No, you don't. All right, so still ain't found like its favorite yet. Figure it out. All right, we can get both here. Okay, I swear it looks like that's a bloody hook. Like I'm just getting like a bunch of toy rods and that's it. Okay, that's gonna suck. Whoa, come here. Okay, that's where the fish are. That's where they're at. All right, that's where the party is down there. Hey, let me go. Let me get that back down there. Can I get it? Oh, damn, I was so close. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I want to read like all of them together so far. At least the... Okay. Okay, there's like a whole... Is that a sunken ship? What's going on down here? What was all that? It was like a whole... Let me like dye down orange color. I want to get one of those gold, like the other colorful ones. I don't know if they're like, you know, palette swaps or... Okay, never mind, I filled out the thing right there. Alright, that's fine. Maybe we're lucky, you know, this will be like... What did he say, that? What did they say they wanted? We're gonna find out in a bit. I am kind of like, you know, getting through, like, you know, the customers here. Could be. If that's Latin American lore, then possibly. King anglefish. Fully mature males usually larger than females. I mean, considering like, you know, how this game has been very heavy on like, you know, local, you know, lore, like, you know, with each of the areas. This game is definitely one you can learn stuff from, so. I mean, I've definitely learned a few things. And this game has actually been surprisingly educational. Okay, I didn't notice that one right there. Like, that had different color to it. I don't know why these fish made me think of Furbies. I know that sounds really odd, but the fact that, you know, you had, like, Furbies that came in different colors, especially, like, you know, back when you had, like, the McDonald's, Happy Meal toys for them. I want to say, I think that back then they had, like, you know, some, like, you know, they had, like, multiple colors, like, for certain, like, you know, for the different toys. Like, they had, like, one toy that had, like, you know, like, multiple toys had, like, different colors, you know, per, you know, each individual toy, I guess you can say. Alright, so the question is, what do you want? Please tell me you like this. Ain't found a favorite yet. Alright, you! What'd you say you like? Alright, please like it. Alright, so not quite. Alright, I found his. He likes the, okay, we got his now. He likes the, Cortez Sea Chub. We still need to understand frigate birds and also Huatulco. Alright, next one's one I want to see. He's that freaking jackass seahorse, like, you know, freaking literal seahorse from, like, the last, like, you know, stage. Seemed like, you know, it was about more friendly than you. Of course, Amber's in the chat. Puppy. Such a bright, cheerful day. How dreadful. Okay, you were just like like a little ray of sunshine, ain't you? So my guess is he only wants big fish. If I try to get him a smaller one, he's gonna get mad. Hold on. Let me get the... Oh, you... Let me get that. Did I get it? Did I get it? That's the last bottle. You can wait. I'm trying to, like, get what I need to, like, get. No, I don't want to do this, but I want to do this just yet. I was trying to, like, you know, do the upgrades, and they threw me into this, but... It's always like, you know, me, like, not, like, being worried that I didn't find all the scales. I end up, like, you know, getting worried I'm gonna, like, you know, end up damaging the fish. I mean, you know, it seems like it has, like, a pretty, you know, obvious, like, you know, marker there on, like, you know, where, you know, it stops. Like, you know, where I got all the scales, I just need to get the barnacles off. As long as it's, like, right there, roughly. Hold up. I actually can't. Alright. There actually was, like, one I missed right there. Thankfully, I didn't, you know, still got it perfect. Okay. I'll feed you in just a minute. Let me go back. I gotta get this last message in a bottle. Got it. Okay, that's all the messages at least. Let's go and read these up. Well, first off, let me, can't upgrade that just yet. But that'll at least help me get down there further. That right there, like, that's gonna be fun. He says he won't leave without a feast to make it a big one. So we know he's gonna, like, you know, want, like, you know, big fish. Thankfully I know where there's some at. See, that's what I'm talking about right there, you know, I'm trying to, like, turn and it wouldn't log anything. Put it right back down there. Trying to, like, go... Here we go. Whoa, what are you? Okay, that's gonna be a pain in the ass to get you. That narrow... Every time I try to, like, you know, swim, like, you know, swoop around and catch it or whatever, that made me mad. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Big ass stick, you know, just kept on, like, twirling around. I couldn't even get a bead on it. It was so narrow. Apparently I thought, like, I was, like, you know, some kind of, like, you know, I guess I was trying to mate with it or something. cornet fish. Like, cause I'm down there like doing little flips or whatever, like a narrow, like, you know, harpoon, like doing flips. So I guess it's like I was doing like a mating dance with me or something. I don't know. All right, but hopefully we got some big fish. So hopefully we got like, you know, something, you know, he wants. This thing looks like, you know, he needs to like bite my nose off. If it didn't suffice. But I mean, I got some big ones. Worst case scenario, we'll make him mad or whatever. And I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get killed by any like the NPCs. All right. We're only gonna try to give him big fish. Yeah, I know. Hold your horses. Well, let me try giving him a I'm working on it. Okay. Trying to like make sure. How many things do you not like? Are you serious? Is that? Oh, just wait, buddy. I got something for you. I don't know, like, it's funny how, like, all the colors right here made me think this thing's poisonous or something. Because usually this whole thing with, like, you know, bright colors usually, you know, mean that you don't want to step on them or touch them. But I guess it's like made me think, like, you know, the blue-ringed octopus. He's like trying to challenge me. I'll give you something big. I'll give you a big fish. Hold on a second. Flutter mouse, flute mouse, because their long snouts. The entire body resembles a flute. Hopefully he likes that, because I mean, I'm wondering if it could just be he just doesn't like small fish. Oh, yeah, I just damaged it by accident. Anyway, at least it didn't penalize it that much. It was just like a very small nick. There's just from a scale I didn't see there. Okay, let's try this again. Here. Still trying to figure out like what this one likes. I'll get it eventually. How about this? Really? Are you serious? Okay, well, I'm gonna find something you like. Just watch me. Yo, hang on, there's a surgeon fish right here. I never did this one. Alright, don't complain, be nice. Okay, at least he liked it. I think it's just he just mainly doesn't like... Let me check his thing. I mean, I'm gonna laugh. It's just like a big list. Jesus Christ. So there was like a big list of things he just doesn't like. Chupacabra is a dog-like creature from folklore across the Americas. His name comes from Spanish and literally means goat sucker. I'm gonna laugh. It's a fish that's actually supposed to be based around a goat that he wants. The creature is most often associated with attacks on livestock, especially goats. According to legends, Chupacabra drains the blood of his victims, giving it a fearsome reputation as a vampire-like creature. The appearance varies between stories. The chupacabra is usually described as a strange, unsettling predator that appears under the cover of darkness. It remains one of the best-known creatures in modern folklore across the Americas. You see, if you actually improve your attitude some, you won't have to worry about, like, you know, people like talking about you like that in folklore. Let me see if I can, like... I think I just, like, insult the hell out of a cryptid. These corners are, you know, making this more complex. No, it might look like what he wants is probably gonna be like all the way down below, like very far down. Okay, I'm just gonna give you whatever, so I can just shut you up for a minute. Or we got another new one coming up too. Do I have anything else large in question I can give him? No, I know he's gonna be mad if I give him any of this, so we're gonna just rein it in for a second and like and reel it out. Whoa, hold up. I got clothes. Let me try going... That looked pretty interesting right there. See, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know, I get down there and then, like, suddenly, like, I try to go one way and then it goes the other. See, again, it seems like it sometimes, like, thing just gets a mind of its own. Okay, that seems like... Those fish were, like, you know, were midnight dark. I wonder if that's what he wants. This dude seems like he's a fucking edgelord, so... Giant damselfish. It said giant. Only to find out. Yeah, that's a big ass fish. Okay, I'm gonna try giving him this one. He... Hope I didn't mess that up right there. I think I should just be... Okay. I sped it up. Hang on. I think I did. Okay, you better be happy with this now. I'm hoping it wasn't it threw them away. And maybe I just, like, you know, just skipped it or whatever. I don't know. Hopefully it didn't penalize me or anything. Okay, I do need to, like, you know... I'm pretty sure if I actually, you know, figure his fish out, he might actually pay me pretty decently. Hang on. Oh, this game irks me with stuff like that. I mean, like I said, this is the only thing I don't like about the game. At times, like, it feels like when I'm trying to steer or whatever, like, you know, goes off in its own direction. Otherwise, I mean, this game is amazing. I mean, I love this game so much, but... Like, I was trying to go right there, and it went... There we go. And then right there, I was trying like go up, and it just like got caught there. Yeah, it might have been that just like skipped to the next one. Here. Okay, yeah, I'm... There. Now this should be enough to go get him out of the way, because I want to see what this next one is. We got like a new customer coming in. I know what's about to be said. Chipakli. I'm just waiting for it. Mm-hmm. Chompy, baby. I knew Amber was going to say it. Consume. I need to consume. Not me, buddy. You're not going to give me any clues. That did hardly anything. So there's one more after you. This isn't even the legendary. Let's read these things real quick. An early Nahua village records, written shortly after the arrival of the Spanish conquistadors, recounts a fiery object that fell from the sky. Y'all really love these fiery objects that fall from the sky, don't you? Like a strange stone recovered from the shore later became the subject of local legend. Many seasons before their arrival, the strangers from across the sea, a great fire across the night sky, as though a star from the heavens had fallen to the earth. The village looked up upon it with fear, for the fire burned bright and moved swiftly toward the ocean. As it vanished beyond the trees, a great sound rolled in from the sea. In the morning, our fishermen found a dark stone near the shore. Bright blue veins ran through it like the sea breaking upon the rocky coast. So I'm guessing it's gonna be like the thing we found in the other one, in the other chapter. Latone, Atione or whatever, declared it as a sign left from the heavens. The stone was taken to the sacred temple and kept there as a blessing for the village. Fifth son, Anahoa record written shortly after the arrival of the Spanish conquistadors described the dire prophecy carved into the sacred stone decades earlier. The warning was made after a strange stone fell from the sky and was taken to the temple. An Aztec believed the world existed through a series of 5 suns, each ending with catastrophe before a new one began. The prophecy warned that the 5th sun, the current world, would one day come to its end. It's gonna be like 2013 or something. "5 centuries and 60 harvests." I wonder if they're referencing 2013 or whatever. Or 2011 or 2013. Whichever year like the world was supposed to end. Not long after the stone fell from the heavens, Lamatini came to interpret its meanings. He spoke of the 5 suns, the worlds that had come before, and how each had perished before a new world rose in its place. The celestial stone, marked with strange blue crystals, was taken to as a sign that the current cycle would soon come to an end. Upon a sacred stone disc, the Lamatani carved a warning for those yet to come, declaring that the current sun would endure for 5 centuries and 60 harvests. So, is that are they trying to say like 560 years? I don't know like what they mean by 60 harvests. Obviously, that's like, you know... a conquest. The journal written shortly after the Spanish forces arrived along the Huatulco coast during the expansion of New Spain. The account praises Hernan Cortez and describes the early efforts to bring the region under Spanish rule and spread Christianity among the local people. Now, to command the great Hernan Cortez, we have bought these lands beneath the rule of the Spanish crown. We have relieved them of their false gods, and soon they will learn the ways of the one true faith. We have already begun the construction of a house of God in honor of the Lord's might and his deliverance of these savages into our hands. The priests say that in time, people will abandon their idols and bow before the cross. The golden relics taken from their heathen temples will serve the crown and reward those who fought to claim the land. A rock of blue crystals in particular catches my eye. Finally, fortune favors the bold. A recovered account from a crewman serving under the English privateer Captain Thomas Cavendish during the raid on Huatulco in 1587. Damn, these words are getting me. The entry describes looting at the Spanish port and a strange encounter inland during the expedition. And I see Cavendish, and there actually is like character named Cavendish in One Piece, which Luffy continuously names it, like calls him Cabbage, if I'm right. Alright, it's been 8 days since we arrived in Huatulco. Spanish fled like frightened dogs for our might. The hold these savages have on this coast will soon be in an end. We have spent the week raiding the villages along this coast, with the Spanish churches burning behind us. We feared no man. Our fortune has not come without cost. Yesterday, several of us ranged inland, paddling upstream along a narrow river. We had heard tell of a beast said to haunt these waters. Here we go. Before our time at Roanoke, we would have taken such things as for children's tales. Then the water beside the boat stirred, and up rose a great creature with the face of a hog. Before we could draw our pistols, the seas reed from one side of the boat, then Edward from the other in a single motion. Panic overwhelmed as we struggled to turn the boat. I remember only the splash of oars and the cries of frightened men as we fled the shore. We now make for the ship on foot, having lost 2 good men. I pray the creature does not follow. So that's going to be like the legendary creature we got to catch. Which obviously ain't you. He's going to be back twice, so... I like how he just basically just doesn't care what I feed him. I'm just getting whatever. I'm going to be able to fill it back up anyway. Your ass is still hungry. Of course he does. He said he needed a feed. He wasn't lying. He ate my whole inventory up just trying to like satisfy, just trying to make him happy. See, again, I get caught on something. If that's what they want me to do, that's kind of dickish. I'll manage it. I think I gotta push that crate off over the side. And I'm hoping it's not gonna be one of those things where I don't do it right or whatever, it's gonna end up like, botching it. I can't finish it. I don't think they do that though. So close. See, that's what I'm saying right there. Like, you don't watch it, it's so easy to get caught. Please tell me it landed on it. Oh, yeah, that just completely ruined that run. Alright. It's sounding like me to actually get what I need, like, in there. Can y'all start with the toy rods? Why are y'all making fun of me like this? It's not funny. Okay, at least it'll give me, like, a chance to get further down there. That's just so unfortunate. See, and that's what I'm talking about right here. Unfortunately, like it... And that's the thing he's having, like I said, like he's accidentally like clicking out of the game. Okay. I'm hoping that's gonna... Now, please let it stay there. I do not have to do that every single time I want to go down there and explore that. I'm hoping that stays where it's supposed to, where it is. Okay, this is kind of... Alright, never mind. It stayed open. I was about to say that would have sucked. Whoa, hold up. What are you? Come here. I would have, I'm not gonna lie, I would have, if I saw that and I got worried, I was like, please tell me I'm not about to have to do all that all over again. So at least as long as you open it up, like it keeps it open. Got it. Okay. All right, there. Got it. Is that it? Okay. Okay, for the love of God, dude, what do you want? Like, what is your favorite? I need to know these things. You were gonna be a problem, ain't you? He's like completely drained my inventory multiple times now. Yeah, is that it? Got an artifact, at least. Alright. Now that I've restocked, I can actually, feed you again, and then, like, hopefully, have something, like, for the next customer. I definitely need to hold on to one of the sergeants, because I know, like, next guy likes those. Yeah, as soon as I finish this area up or whatever, I'm gonna definitely be in the stream myself. I don't know how far along we are. I did get a let's see, what was my new I think I gotta beat the stage before I can use them. Hold on. No. Okay, yeah, be thankful I got something for here, bud. Like last dude, drain my inventory. You again. He doesn't my the hunting grounds, yet you're the one that's being fed by me. Don't see you complain about that. Okay, we're close to being able to get, our next upgrade to the rod. So we're gonna hold off. But I gotta get him bigger fish. Because you know how picky he is. Alright, let's check and see, how far along we are. Artifacts, we got 3 more coffee cup. Surrounding coffee cup was likely lost by a visitor exploring the coast near Huatulco. Southern region of Oaxaca, or however you say it, was once home to thousands of coffee plantations, producing beans that were exported around the world. Those plantations faded over time. Coffee remained one of the area's most recognizable traditions. Okay. So we got 3 more artifacts we gotta find. We got all the messages at least. Only a few more fish to go. We'll get it. I just still gotta figure out what his favorite is. I just want to kind of hug the walls right to see if I found anything. That's definitely a ticket for me getting down there a lot quicker. So that's what we'll take this route. All right, mahi. And that's a big ass fish. I wonder if that's what he wants to feast. He said he wants a feast. This thing's gotta be a feast. I know the mahi is supposed to be like, you know, supposed to be massive. I also remember like how many. All the time I had to deal with this thing. Because now I'm thinking about it. I'm pretty sure you're that jerk, you know, I kept having to deal with and gone fishing. And they kept on like, you know. You said you need a feast. This thing is massive. It's probably like the biggest fish I've gotten like so far in this map, so. We covered just about every fish he doesn't like, so either, you know, he's you know, gonna like it, or he's gonna like, you know, he's gonna love it. Hit touch on his barnacles like really weird though. Alright. Alright, yeah, big guy. You better enjoy this. Well, I might as well go through all these first. Because we're gonna have like other customers coming up. Especially I think like since, you know, big chonky chompies like coming in, so. There's not too much else that like the chupacabra can hate, so. Please, just take the fish and be happy. Well, I mean, it wasn't his favorite, but at least he liked it. God, you were so picky. What is it that you want? I mean, hissing at me. I'm very irritated with you right now. All right, so that at least we got like the max upgrades for this. I mean, there can't be like too much further like we can go. I'm gonna try to go down as far as I can. Oh! Pufferfish. Or porcupine fish, whatever. Alright, give you one of these, just like, you know, maybe like, you know, as well as your mouth shut, you shut up for a little while. Knowing my luck, he'll probably actually eat it. That's probably like his favorite. See, again, it's doing this though. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I could have done that where they didn't mess me up right there. All right, well, I know what my next task is. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Come on. All right. Red cornet fish. That was another one for him. Yeah, devil love the art style. Let's welcome in Jeremy. All right, so we got another area down there to explore. I'm wondering if you might like the red cornet fish, because, you know, since it looks like blood. He did say he likes blood, so. Right now, we got a bit of a problem. I don't want to give him anything he's gonna like. I'll never hear the end of it. Okay, that should give me like a little more leg room to work with. Jesus. One down. I thought we were talking cyanide. Jeez. I didn't know that one either. At least we know he's gonna like this one. I definitely need to get him a knife upgrade too. Now I'm catching bigger fish. I guess it makes sense, considering it has like all the, you know, the needles. Alright. Okay, now, at least we know he'll like that one. He can say, like, you know, he likes big fish, so. And the worst part about this level is just, like, you know, the block puzzles. Or the pressure puzzles. Alright. Please tell me you like this. Okay. I was just trying to, like, you know, just get my inventory, like, you know, filled out. Or, like, I guess, like, opened up. I need to look at his entry. I don't even know if I don't think I checked his entry to see anything about him, whatever. For all I know, he might even have a fish that he hates. Because, I mean, he's been eating everything I've given him, like, without being picky. This is the one I was kind of wanting to get to the chupacabra, though, see if you liked it. Because it is, like, red. It looks like blood. I think, like, the gator thing, I want to say, it might be one that did, like, you know, just, like, gave me, like, the dots, gave me silence when I asked for his preference. So I wonder if it could be, it just doesn't, like, you know, have anything it hates. Like and dislike fish, none. So yeah, basically he doesn't care. He just wants you to feed him. He has to have some kind of preference, methinks. So yeah, going by this, the Picatli or whatever, like, doesn't have a preference. He literally just wants food. Alright, is a mysterious being from the Aztec mythology. I'll describe as part crocodile, part fish, and part frog. Those earth monsters said to have an extra mouth at every joint along its body. So I thought those were scars. I thought those were wounds. Like it was it had been fighting or whatever. So that's mouths. Okay, yeah, I was actually familiar with this one. Making a terrifying creature of the primeval waters. In Aztec cosmology, Huatulco was closely tied to the creation of the world. It symbolized the earth folding upon the ancient waters, and legends tell that Quetzalcoatl played a role in shaping the world from the monster's body. Huatulco was also important in the Aztec calendar, where its name marked the first day of the divinatory cycle. The story reflects the Aztec belief that the world is created and destroyed through repeated cycles tied to the sun. Okay. Well, at the end of the day, the main thing I'm looking at is that he just likes food. He just wants us to feed him, so... And maybe that's actually the mechanic, we just gotta keep feeding him until he's happy. He probably just doesn't care what we give him, he just wants food. I thought, like, something was weird when I was giving, like, all these fish and nothing was making him... I was angering him. That's kind of like, honestly, my kind of customer. But I'm having a feeling like I'm gonna go down here and find, like, whatever, you know, legendary there is. Hang on. Where's that cloth? Let me go down there one more time. Yeah, I kind of botched myself right there. Hold up, but thankfully... Alright, kind of made a bit of a recovery. Whoa. Roosterfish. Alright, we got ourselves a roosterfish. And I wonder if that might go to the chupacabra. That thing was massive. He said he wanted a feast, and that's the biggest fish I've seen so far. Yeah, come on. Yeah, I will say these pressure puzzles are a bit tedious, but I'll get them. Yeah, there's like so many pressure, like, you know, things as far as like doors to open. Alright, let's get to work on feeding them, get some more upgrades, and then go from there. The hook damage size and that turning speed is really going to really help also, so. I say that's the main, like, you know, thing that's kind of like, you know, hold me back on things here. It's like, it's just the pressure puzzles. Which I will say I'm not really the most of a fan of. I can understand, like, you know, them trying, like, you know, this is like a unique thing compared to the previous spot, so obviously they're going to kind of up the ante on, like, us having to, like, you know, do things a little bit differently this time. Maybe a bit more difficult. Honestly, I feel like I really should, like, focus on upgrading my knife next. As I get through this part quicker as well. Got it. Jeez. I mean, did not want to, like, you know, get cut. Or get, like, filleted. Let's see what happens here. Like, all right, that definitely, you know, filled him up a good bit, but we need to do something different. Let's try that rooster fish. See, this thing is probably the biggest one I've found so far. Or it's well up there at the very least. And it makes sense, because think about it, it preys on livestock. Wouldn't chickens be counted as livestock? I definitely need to do my next knife upgrade soon, so I can, you know, get through this a lot quicker. Where's it at? There. With any luck, that'll be like what he wants. I went through pretty much just so many other fish here. Okay, let's try this out. And I'm thinking if I'm right. I've tried everything else. Is this it? Got it. Whoa! Quetzalcoatl. I thought it might have been Quetzalcoatl, and sure enough it is. Oh, you look amazing. That's just strange. At least it keeps their kind away. Alright, so we definitely got like a lot we got to work with here on him. So yeah, Quetzalcoatl showed up. So the question is, what do you like? Kind of worried here. Just to give him whatever. I also want to give him like much bigger fish. Speed it up because. Maybe this will work. Because I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen. We're not going to, like, none of these are going to be his favorite. We got to find the legendary. Probably appease like Quetzalcoatl. We're going to need the legendary here. Question is, will he at least like this? He does not like that. Wait, did you see how that massive feathered serpent rising out of the water? It was a splendid, unusual marine life, but that was something I was entirely. I think you might have just met a god. Fascinating. You've already met some very interesting customers. I'll be busy reviewing these observations for quite a while. I've added the coordinates for the next location to your GPS. There's still plenty to discover in these waters if you want to keep exploring, or you can head to the next site whenever you're ready. Yeah, we're gonna, like, let's see which one we're gonna be going to. Alright, yeah, so it is North Carolina we're going to next. I figured like the Point Nemo was going to be last. So, but for now... Here's why, like, they're still saying that this is, There's still showing an exclamation point on that. Weird. Basically, I don't have anything else I can click on just yet. Now we got the variants coming in. Alright, so he doesn't like the blue spotted cornerfish, and there's another one, or cornerfish, and there's another one he doesn't like. Quetzalcoatl is the feathered serpent of Nahuatl tradition and one of the most important gods in the Aztec pantheon. Painted with the features of both a serpent and a bird, his image appears across temples, carvings, and the stories throughout Mesoamerican history. He's associated with wisdom, learning, knowledge, civilization, and renewal. Quetzalcoatl also appears in stories about shaping or restoring the world in its cycles. He also connected to Venus, the bright morning star, which held special importance in Mesoamerican astronomy and seasonal cycles. Long after these stories were first told, Spanish chroniclers recorded their own interpretations of Quetzalcoatl, and new layers to the legend. Even so, he remains best known as one of the great divine figures of ancient Mexico. Alright, well, right now we need to, like, you know, the main thing we really need to focus on. First off, I'm going to upgrade my knife. So, Bolo. And I think that's the last one right there. I think there might be one more after that. And next I'll work on getting my spear up to the next level. But right now we gotta figure out these puzzles. And so we got like some more switches we gotta push. Alright, so we got like a shark. I did like a shark thing for the boat. Alright, let's keep going. Like I said, it's just these pressure plate things I gotta do. Once I get all that done, I'll be happy. I say, it wouldn't be as bad if it weren't for the fact that I have to keep, like, obviously, you know, this is a game where I have to keep on going back down here. I have to keep diving back below. Just keep on, you guys gotta keep on you swimming. You figure out, like... hang on. Okay, got that one at least. Okay, that's another one we solved. I just don't know exactly what it did. We're gonna find out, though. Okay, guys, there's a shortcut at least. I don't know, it might... Really? Alright. This is gonna, like, help out a lot more with, like, getting these fish, descaled. It's like the parasites weren't even there that time. Yeah, this is like much better. Okay. Barely did anything to him. Just want to like just get my clean up my inventory there. I know what he wants. We gotta find the boss fish. Okay, I'm trying to think here. Like, probably wanna go down this way. I just want to look around and make sure that we didn't go this way before. Hold up. I knew there was going to be a chest down there. Probably the best way we can go with this one is just like, you know, go to the left. Say that and then I'll do that. Yeah, honest, they really not leave me like a lot of room to work with here on stuff. Wait, hang on. Should have known better. That looks broken. Of course, like, this fish is... Lo and behold, though. I mean, we gotta keep on, like, you know, keep the money coming in, but... I just hate, like, you know, when you, like, your fish bag's full, you can't, like, you know... I definitely need to get my bucket upgraded. So he still likes anchovies, just like the other one. All right, this needs to be upgraded. I really need like to continue to work on my bucket. I was honestly thinking it was gonna like break. Whoa. Like I thought like that was gonna break or something, but it didn't. All right. See, okay, now what was that? There, well, I found the boss fish. I found the legendary fish. Okay, the line screwed up right there at the end. Otherwise, I could have got him. The line started messing up right there at the end. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes we're seeing, like, just gets a mind of its own. Alright, hold on. We're gonna, like, reel that back in. I'm not letting that go. I'll probably end up, like, catching something else before I can get down to it. Damn it. Darn it. And I was trying to veer around it. Okay. It's just... I felt like I had it. Because I see, like, it was, like, turning red. But then, like, you know, right there the last second, it was, like, you know... Last little bit was, like, when the... Like, the line, like, started, like, you know, doing that thing I've been talking about. Where, like, sometimes it'll just be, like, all over the place. I might go and upgrade my bucket, too, if I got enough. If I don't, I know I probably won't. Like, I need to go and, like, you know, get to work on feeding them. Because I don't know what this fish right here, what this bird's gonna like, but... Let me just see, like, where we are on the... We've still got 3 more artifacts to find. Got, like, 1 fish up there, but... See, it's that one right there we still need, but then we just got that one. So we almost got all the fish. Try to test the word, see what he likes. Alright. Let's give him something or whatever. Alright, let's go and upgrade this bucket so I can hold more. Okay, let's get back down and see if I can actually do something with this thing this time. See, I keep getting caught in that one thing right there. Alright, try again. I got a lot on my side right here. Got it. Hoga. Alright, scored it. That was a big one. Doesn't like any other fish, I've seen. Especially the way it changes color. Nice work. Now when Quetzalcoatl shows back up, I can pass it off to him. Now, honestly, that fish looks badass, though. Definitely meal fit for a god. Okay, so it's gonna be a bit before Quetzalcoatl shows back up, but probably, but all right. As it stands, like, we got that one thing we still got to figure out right there, but I don't know what to do. There's, like, you know, the one puzzle there. I see a switch down there. That's probably what I gotta do. I gotta go down that way. I think I know what we gotta do. Maybe. Alright. Right back down. Yeah, and like if this line didn't, like, you know, just get a mind of its own at points or whatever, you know, it wouldn't be that bad. I don't know, is that what this cloth is for? Or whatever it is I keep collecting. Alright, repeat. Honestly, it may be that, like, the best way to go is going to be, like, you know, over here to this, one shortcut I found. Except when all those fish got in my way. I don't have any new bait yet. Check that lore. Quetzalcoatl statue. A small statue depicting Quetzalcoatl, the feather certain. One of the important deities in Mesoamerican mythology. Quetzalcoatl associated with the wind and the morning star and knowledge in the arts, and was widely worshipped by several other civilizations, including the Aztecs. Right now we just need to work on getting him fed. And hopefully we might have found something what he likes. Because really I've done just about everything else here to do. I mean, I know there's one more fish I think I still got to catch. But between that and just getting these last artifacts, there's not really too much else. It's just these pressure puzzles that are... Okay, this is why I wouldn't want to test this on, because this thing was... Yeah, much better, easier to clean now. It wasn't really difficult to clean before, just like, you know, it took longer. Okay. He still likes that one. Okay, and get this in the same. Okay, you don't like that one. Okay, we know he likes rooster fish. Go get him one. Got it. Alright. I don't know if like just one will appease him, but... Once I get down that lower area, where I saw like there was a switch, and I found a shithole to be like where we can find like last what we need. There might just be like some area like higher up, like you know, where I like there's like another artifact that's like hidden behind, like, hidden in some rocks. Okay, wait, they didn't let me cut it yet. They didn't let me, fillet it. Literally the last one I need for him. I get plenty more minnows, so... Or not minnows, anchovies. Okay. I guess grab 2 of them, whatever. Alright, get this thing. Alright. Well, man, I'm kind of getting a little bit tired here, rogues. A little bit, I guess because, like, you know, a little bit of this has been slightly tedious, but... Okay. I'm waiting on Quetzal to come back up. Around Pelican. Like, this is the only other fish we need here, right there. Gotta find that one now. Alright, he likes the Cortez. Which we thankfully have. Oh, another version of you. So, with any luck, he'll be the same as the other, which he's not picky. I like the color of this one, though. You're definitely not about to get Hoga, though. I'll go get you something else. That fish is off limits. It's for, you know, one particular customer. Honestly, I think I know how I can get that spot. I might have to go back down to where Hoga was before. That's probably what I probably gotta go. Yeah, because I went down there and caught Hoga, but I didn't, like, you know, go to the left. Any luck, you know, the line, like, you know, renewed down. There it is. Another one spawned in, but okay, there's a shortcut unlocked while we're at it. Okay, we got that at least. Alright, there we go. Now we're actually getting somewhere with this. Okay. So now we've done that. Very crucial shortcut just got unlocked. Say that, like... Yeah, I lost where I was supposed to go. Okay, nice. And there's plenty of rooster fish down there, so that's definitely, like, you know, something I can use, like, the appease the chupacabra. But the sun is going down like, you know, a little bit deeper, so. Darn it, that one fish got in the way. I can fix that though. I'm gonna get Chompy right here out of the way. Ain't like I can get my next knife. I got like a lot of big fish, so. Alright, was that it? No, not quite. Alright, Quetzal's gonna show up next, so. Oh, I got like what you want. Bring some more money here real quick. Okay. Alright, yeah, so he just wants something. There he goes. Alright, he just wants that. Alright, so I got like plenty to upgrade with here, so let me get my next knife. Actually, no, I need that. I'm not that far off from, like, you know, the knife, so. For lionfish, okay. I do want this, though. Okay. I'm gonna hook you up in, like, just a minute. Speaking of hook. I still gotta find that one last fish. Alright, we got that at least. Oh, what were you? Hello. Something big was down there. That might. I wonder if that was the fiery rock they were talking about. I think we might have found another artifact. Damn, I went to those fish quickly. Let's go and just like cut off and get through these. We'll get like some money up for me to get my the other knife. Won't take me long to like, you know, kind of like, you know, get these to the customers. Except for this one right here. Yeah, I can't remember. I think there's like one more artifact afterwards. I don't think Quetzalcoatl gave me anything when I gave him that when I gave him Hoga. Jeez, another one. I didn't actually realize I got two of these down there. Alright, at least if Chupacabra shows back up, I can appease him. I did get a few of these. Alright. I think it's like, I swear this might have been like the last switch I saw or whatever. I didn't see too much else, but it means like the other artifact may be like just hidden somewhere in plain sight. I got another one. Well, I thought I got like multiple rooster fish. The only thing about, like, you know, having all these fish, I mean, I can easily, like, stop anytime I want to, but so many fish here. At least it means I gotta, like, you know, have everything, like, you know, kind of, like, you know, lined up. Don't tell me, like, for all this fish I got, I didn't get the one he likes. There it is. Uniquely shaped. I keep wondering if, like, you know, this one he wants one of the you know, the worm-like fish. One way to find out. First I'm gonna go down there and see what that one thing was. Got bait. Alright. Still one more artifact. Aztec Sunstone, yeah. A basalt carving created during the height of the Aztec Empire in the early 1500s. The stone disc is covered in intricate symbols representing the Aztec view of time, cosmos, and cycles of the sun. At its center is Tonatiuh. Aztec sun deity, surrounded by glyphs tied to the succession of the past worlds. The symbol for the current sun appears incomplete, suggesting that the present cycle is nearing its end. The reason is prophetic. Stone may indicate that this present world cycle is set to end in the 1950s, a warning that feels difficult to ignore now. Or the 2050s, I mean. Right. So now we've done all this. Just curious about where that last artifact might be. I know, like, they like to hide them in, like, in little nooks. Wait, hold on. Yeah. So it's really, I think, mainly need to look at the rocks to see if any of them stand out. Wait, well. Did I get it? Ah, just a boat blueprint. I was really hoping that was it. Oh, alright. Okay, this I'm cool with. That's not, that was a wave, right? You're right, my boy Quetzalcoatl. Okay, yeah, that's a nice little upgrade. Right, SS not a boat. The puns. Alright. I'm just curious what that artifact would be. Okay. Just trying to think of, like, where would this last artifact be? I mean, I can check down there where Hogo was again. I kind of like also want to check over here. Here we go. I think I got it. Bait. Okay. Well, still no artifact, but... I can't remember if I get one for, like, appeasing all the... like, serving all the customers or whatever, but... And that might be what I gotta do. Increase the damage of the hook. Fish back. Alright, I kind of want that. Yeah, shark tooth. We'll do that. Okay, that's right, we needed, like, I needed to, I'm really not too concerned about the barnacles at this point. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can get this down here and just, like, steer it where I need to go without, like, catching anything I don't need to catch. Yeah, it should be fine to go down this way. I got one particular thing I need to go get. He said uniquely shaped, and this thing, like, definitely fits the bill on that. What can I get rid of? Okay. I just want to see if this is what he wants. Hang on, let me, exit this. Get rid of the ones I definitely don't need to. Just trying to where I can get where I can exit. There it is. I can, you know, actually get a hold of it. I'm just going to just do this one. I just want to see if this is what he said unique, and this one, like, definitely is, like, much more unique than everything else I've seen. That's what he wanted. Figured. Now I have to get you some anchovies. Hold on. I mean, there's plenty of those down there, but I think it takes at least 2 of these. I just give it one, then give it the other. Who's next? Chupacabra again. Beat it again. I'm out of anchovies. Crap. Okay. Not a problem. Alright, that'll do it. I can't tell that Chupacabra's a variant or not. course, when you show up, it's a problem. Okay, we got the variant for the chupacabra, as long as we hold on to our rooster fish. But the thing is, it's not really much of a problem this time, because, I mean, we need to feed this guy. We need to, like, get this stuff off our hands, so... I can obviously get, like, a lot more of it again. I just don't want to part with any of it. Did I have more rooster fish? I don't think I did. I have to get him some more. Okay, that's the variant. This is mainly what we've been needing to focus on, getting the variants out of the way. Okay, so reach next location unlock. Still need to get my next knife. I can't remember if, like, I'll get, like, an artifact for feeding, for satisfying all of them. I know where I need to go. Jackpot. Okay, but that was BS. See, again, it's like it's been the whole thing where it tries to loop out of nowhere. Hang on, before we continue. I saw some, but I think I do see something right there, though, and I'm hoping I'm right. Nah. My guess is, like, you know, this last artifact may just simply be somewhere hidden in a wall, some kind of wall. So we'd like to, like, try to finish this up tonight. See, he keeps on doing that thing where... Of course, and then, like, right there, the last second, it went down the other way. I hate when it does that. For some reason, like, it keeps on, like, trying to spaz out, like, when I'm trying to, like, catch something.